The disgraced Duke of York will certainly escape any consequences from them during his lifetime, because the Foreign Office won't make any information on him public for another 40 years. According to a government response to royal historian Andrew Lowney's Freedom of Information (FOI) request, documents pertaining to Prince Andrew and his behavior won't be made public by the Foreign Office until 2065. The Duke will probably dodge any public scrutiny of the files himself, unless he lives to be 105, as he was compelled to resign from his position as a working member of the royal family due to claims of his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein, a convicted sex offender. Virginia Gifford, who was trafficked into the UK by Mr. Epstein, who passed away in prison in 2019, claimed that Andrew sexually attacked her when she was 17 years old. Andrew has fiercely and repeatedly denied these accusations. While seeking clarification on the business excursions Andrew conducted while serving as the UK's Special Representative for Trade and Industry Envoy, Mr. Lowney, who is presently planning to write his next book on the prince, criticized the lack of transparency on Andrew's affairs. The firm should nevertheless be subject to scrutiny like everyone else, he added, noting that there was a culture of secrecy surrounding royal correspondence. Members of the royal family are exempt from the Freedom of Information Act, but Mr. Lowney expressed the hope that, under the new administration, only pertinent exemptions, such as those related to national security, relations with other countries, information given in confidence, etc., would be used in addition to data protection considerations. We are in the bizarre situation where Prince Harry may divulge the most private information about royal life from months ago for personal advantage in the marketplace, and where royal households are actively engaged in litigation against one another. But historians cannot access the files. He continued by calling it extraordinary that the data won't be made public until 2065, noting the public interest in learning more about Andrew's business dealings. Many issues remain regarding his work as a trade envoy, a position that was funded by taxpayers, and his relationships with people like Jeffrey Epstein, according to the biography. Additionally, there is a huge public interest in learning things like who is covering his security costs now that he is no longer a working royal. Since records handed to the National Archives at Kew from government departments are typically kept secret for only 20 years, the royals are given special permission to disseminate material. The 63-year-old Duke served as the UK's Special Representative for Trade and Industry from 2001 until he was forced to leave in 2011 as a result of pictures showing him meeting with Epstein, who had just completed an 18-month prison sentence for sexual offenses. His very close friendships with Saif Gaddafi, the son of former Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi, and Tarek Khatuni, a convicted gun smuggler from Libya, came under examination as well. Andrew has retired from public life, but continues to stay at Royal Lodge with his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson. They have done so for 20 years. He also appears to be re-entering the royal circle. At the end of the previous month, he was photographed in Balmoral with King Charles, Queen Camilla, Prince William, and Princess Kate.